My beloved child, stop for a moment and listen deeply, for what I am about to say is no coincidence. A divine turning point is about to unfold, and it will change the course of your life forever. Do not let the noise of the world dull the sound of this sacred voice. In just a few moments you will sense the movement of heaven touching your heart. Open your spirit, hold fast to faith, and prepare yourself, for what is coming is not meant to frighten you, but to awaken you into the destiny I have written for you. Do not be afraid of what you cannot predict. Uncertainty is not the mark of failure, but the invitation to walk deeper in faith. When you have nothing left to cling to, that is when you truly take hold of me. When you lose control, that is when my power begins to move. You may think you are stepping backward, but in truth I am preparing a great leap of grace. I am shifting the stones the enemy used to block your way, turning them into the very foundation for the blessings I am about to pour out. Do not tremble when the storm rises, for I am in the midst of that storm. Do not fear when the light fades, for I am the light that never dies. Do not despair when every door seems closed, for you do not see the door I am opening, one that no one can shut. Stand firm in faith, my child. Do not let fear lead your steps. Fear comes to make you doubt, but faith comes to remind you that I am still here. When you believe, you will see. When you place your trust in me, you will witness things beyond your understanding. My child, the enemy thought it could use adversity to destroy you, but I will turn every trial into the very material that glorifies my name. I will transform what was meant to harm you into blessings for your good. I will make the tears you sowed in the night become seeds of harvest in the light. Nothing you lose in me is ever wasted. Each wound you endure becomes a lesson in deeper love. Every rejection you face teaches you to find your worth through my eyes. Each lonely moment draws you closer to my heart. My peace does not depend on circumstances, it flows from my very presence within you. When you allow me to cover you, no storm around you can touch your soul. True faith is not born in easy days, but in the nights when you still stand, though you do not understand what I am doing. In those nights when you choose faith over fear, you are growing in the Spirit. I am training you not to make you fragile, but to make you steadfast, like a tree planted by streams of water that remains unmoved by wind or rain. Look back, my child, and see the path you have walked. How many times did you think you could not go on, yet I lifted you? How many times did you believe it was the end? Yet I made a new way. I am not only the God of your past or your future, I am the God of your now, moving even in this very moment. When you believe you will see me working in what once seemed impossible, I am rearranging everything, the people you need to meet the doors you must walk through, and even the detours you once did not understand. And now I say to you, a divine turning point is near. Every delay, every wall, every obstacle is beginning to tremble. Heaven is in motion. The promises I spoke long ago are coming to light. You may not see it yet, but in the unseen realm I have already spoken the command. My angels are moving, aligning, preparing, and opening the way for you. You only need to stand firm in faith, for you do not fight alone. I am fighting for you. Believe, my beloved child. Do not let fear take the place of faith. Let my word be the anchor of your soul. When you believe, you will see what the enemy intended for harm, I will turn for good. When you believe, you will see my peace covering you like a radiant garment. When you believe, you will see your faith strengthened and my glory shining around you like dawn chasing away the night. Therefore, my child, do not fear what you do not yet understand. Place your hand over your heart and say, I believe. For when you believe, I will do the rest. I will bring you through the waters, and you will not drown, through the fire, and you will not be burned. I will turn every opposition into a platform for glory. This divine turning point is not coming to frighten you, but to reveal me to you. This is not the time to retreat, but the time to rise. Not the time to waver, but the time to stand firm. Fix your eyes on me, not on the storm. Let your heart be still, for I am at work. I, the one who holds all things, am turning chaos into harmony, wounds into testimonies, tears into oil of joy, and trials into triumph. And when all is complete, you will understand everything I allowed was to draw you closer, to refine your faith like pure gold through fire, and to make my glory shine ever brighter in your life. My beloved child, open your heart wider, for what I am about to reveal will lead you deeper into a divine turning point, unlike anything you have ever known. You have heard me say, stand firm in faith. But today, I want you to understand more deeply what it truly means to stand firm. To stand firm does not mean you will never be shaken. It means remaining in your place even in the midst of the storm. When the winds of life blow fiercely, when words wound, when betrayal cuts deep, when fear rises like a relentless tide, you do not abandon your foundation, for your foundation is me. That is what it means to truly stand firm, not by your own strength, but upon the rock of faith. I know there have been moments when you asked, Father, why do you allow things to become so confusing? But you have not known that it is precisely in that foggy land that I am laying the foundation for your future. You cannot see ahead, but I can. You cannot understand why things unfold as they do, but I know every detail of the great tapestry I am weaving, and it is precisely when you do not understand that you are invited to believe. True faith is not born from understanding. It is born from surrender. When you release the need to comprehend, you are led to the place where you will truly see. My beloved, when I say I am working beyond your understanding, it means I am moving in realms your physical eyes cannot perceive. There are things I am shifting not in the natural but in the spiritual. Your prayers are never wasted. They become streams of heavenly energy that cause angels to move, darkness to retreat, and ancient sealed doors to open. You think I am silent, but within that silence I am restructuring the very gates of destiny. Everything you endure today is preparing you for something greater I am about to entrust to you. Sometimes you look at your circumstances and believe darkness is winning, but remember this, there has never been a night without a dawn. I am not only the God of light, I am also the God of the night. I do not appear only in joy, I am present in your tears. And when you cannot see me, that is when I am closest. For I know that if you always felt my presence through emotion, you would depend on feeling, not on faith. I am training you to walk by truth, not by fleeting emotion. My child, in this season, I do not only want you to believe that I am working, I want you to learn to walk with me. You are not merely one who waits for miracles, you are a part of the miracle itself. I am inviting you into my process where you become a co-laborer in heavenly work. When you pray, you are writing the story with me. When you forgive, you open a passage for both yourself and others to be set free. When you choose love over resentment, you break the chains the enemy once used to block the flow of blessings in your life. I know there are moments when you wish I would act faster, more clearly. But my beloved, every blessing I give comes through a process. If I were to take you to your destination too soon, you would not yet have the strength to keep it. That is why I allow you to learn to be refined, to understand the value of what I will place in your hands. Some promises need time to take shape, just as seeds need soil and darkness before they rise into the light. Let my process reach completion. Do not rush time. Trust that when the season ripens, I will bring everything forth in perfect fullness. My child, in this time of transition, I am opening your spiritual eyes so that you may see not through intellect but through the soul. Many things you once called loss are in truth purification. The relationships I removed were not to leave you empty, but to make room for what is pure. The opportunities you thought were gone were not failures, but my protection from what was not yet yours. Even the closed doors are not endings. They are signs that I am leading you to another threshold where my light will shine more brilliantly than ever before. There are storms I allow not to destroy you, but to teach you to discern what is true and what is temporary. When what you relied on is taken away, you will find only one unchanging thing remains: me. And when you realize that you will be free, freedom is not the absence of hardship, it is the absence of being ruled by it. When you know that I hold all things in my hands, you will no longer tremble before any change. My beloved, guard your heart in peace, for peace is the evidence of true trust. When you feel confusion, arise, stop, breathe, and remember, I am still here. Peace is not the result of calm circumstances. It is the fruit of a soul that knows who reigns. True peace does not come when the storm ceases, but in the midst of it, for I am the one who sleeps in the boat amidst the raging sea. When you learn to rest in me, even as the world shakes, you will remain unshaken. Let me remind you, faith is not a bridge to escape fear. It is the lamp that lights your steps through the darkness. There are paths you must walk alone, not because I have left you, but because I want you to discover that the light has been placed within you. When you say, I believe, I not only hear you, I see light radiating from your soul, a light that makes the darkness tremble. Every time you choose faith over doubt, all of heaven stirs. Your faith does not merely transform you, it shifts the entire atmosphere around you. My child, divine turning points do not come through loud signs, but through quiet transformations within the heart. When you begin to believe in small things, when you learn to give thanks in lack, when you bless those who once hurt you, then you have stepped into new ground. You do not need thunder to know the rain is near. You only need to feel the change in the wind to know I am doing something new. Do not let the words of others make you question my voice. Not everyone can see what I am building within you, for I do not reveal holy work to hardened hearts. You do not need them to understand, you only need to remain faithful. At times I will allow you to walk alone, not to lose your way, but to hear me more clearly in the silence. Let solitude become your meeting place. Let darkness become the stage where your faith is refined. My beloved child, I do not want you to live merely by miracles, but to live in the awareness of me. Miracles are the acts of my power, but awareness is the fruit of relationship. Miracles can change your circumstances, but only awareness can transform you. When you know who I am, fear loses its grip on you. When you understand that everything I do flows from love, confusion about what you cannot yet see will fade away. So come near me, not to demand, but to understand my heart. What I am doing goes beyond logic, yet it never goes beyond love. I am writing a new chapter of your life, one unlike anything you have known before. This chapter will not begin with comfort, but with surrender. I am dismantling what no longer belongs to the new season, so that you may walk lightly into your promised land. Do not hold on to what I am removing, for it no longer fits the glory you are about to carry. My dear one, remember that a divine turning point is not a single event, it is a process. Each day you choose faith, each day you choose obedience, each day you choose to walk in light, you are crossing over from the old into the new. You do not need to know everything to move forward. You only need to know that I am the one leading you. Faith is not a map, but the promise that I will walk beside you. And when you look back, you will see what seemed like loss was the place where I planted seeds. What seemed like stillness was where I deepened your roots. Those who left you only helped you cling to me more tightly. Everything has a purpose. Nothing is wasted in my hands. Be ready, for the new season does not ask permission, it brings transformation. When I send my new wind, all that is old will be shaken. Do not resist change, for change is the sign that I am doing something new. You cannot carry old habits, old fears, or old mindsets into the land of new blessings. Let me cleanse, renew, and rebuild. Let me teach you to fly instead of merely walking by faith. I am giving you heavenly vision, a sight not bound by the present, but illuminated by eternity. When you see through my eyes, you will find that every wound becomes an opportunity to love deeper. Every failure becomes a stepping stone to rise higher, and every trial becomes an invitation to witness my glory more clearly. My child, keep walking. Do not look back, for I am not in the past. Look forward where light unfolds before you. Do not worry about whether you have enough strength, for I am your strength. Do not fear losing your way, for I am your way. Do not fear lack, for I am abundance itself. A divine shift is truly coming, and it will be unlike anything you have ever experienced. It will be the moment you realize that every pain has led you here, to the place where you no longer live by sight but by faith, where you no longer tremble because you know whose hand you hold, where you no longer ask when but simply say, let your will be done, and when you say that, heaven itself moves. For in that surrender, you step into the current of my glory. You will see me turn what once opposed you into the foundation of something new. You will see me bring righteousness, healing, restoration, and blessings beyond what you have ever prayed for. Now let me reveal to you a deeper mystery, the divine intervention of my hand. There are moments when you think I am slow, distant, or silent. As you suffer moments you believe I have left you in the dark. But my child, I have never stood far away. When you cannot see what is happening, that is when my hand is most at work. I do not act by your timing, for my time is not limited by the flow of this world. I act in fullness where every moment, every event, and every person align perfectly with my eternal design. My divine intervention is not a passing wind meant to solve a temporary problem. It is a heavenly current that causes both time and space to bend toward my purpose. When I intervene, natural laws bow to miracles. The impossible becomes possible, and what seemed lost becomes the beginning of something far greater. You do not see it, but every cell of creation responds to my command. I do not only change circumstances, I transform you so that you may stand firm and understand my heart in all that I do. Remember, beloved, my intervention always operates in two realms, the visible and the invisible. In the visible realm, your eyes may catch glimpses of movement and change. But in the invisible, the realm of angels' power and the workings of my spirit, a battle is constantly being fought for you. My angels never cease. They are sent to protect you, to push back the darkness, and to prepare the way for what I have promised. There are battles you will never see, yet your prayers in the night release my heavenly hosts into motion. Every tear you shed does not vanish into meaninglessness. It becomes testimony in the record of heaven, activating my divine intervention at the appointed time. My intervention. My child, does not always come in thunder or lightning. Sometimes it comes in gentle silence. At times I tear down barriers with one word, but other times I soften hearts with the breath of my spirit. Sometimes I redirect a storm, and sometimes I strengthen you to stand unshaken within it. Intervention is not always the removal of trial. It is the gift of endurance that keeps you unbroken. You think a miracle happens when the mountain disappears, but the truest miracle is when you climb it with faith and find me waiting for you at its peak. My child, there are moments when my intervention comes in the form of prevention, when I withhold what you think is good, not to deny you, but to protect you. There are prayers I have not yet answered, not because I have not heard, but because I am shielding you from what you cannot yet see. There are doors I have closed, not as punishment, but to guide you toward the one that leads to something better. My intervention may not always align with your expectations, but it is always perfect according to my plan. And one day when you look back, you will thank me for not answering according to your will, but according to your need. Learn to discern my intervention in the midst of daily life. Do not seek me only in grand miracles. Recognize me in the smallest details. When someone appears at just the right time to lift you up, it is I. When a door once shut suddenly opens, it is I. When peace fills you in the middle of chaos, it is I. When you have no strength left but still stand firm, it is I. When you look back and realize you have survived the impossible, it is I, the one who intervenes daily in your life. You are standing in the midst of an invisible spiritual battle, not a battle of flesh, but of the soul, where light and darkness collide for every thought, every emotion, every breath. It is not a war the eyes can see, yet it is more real than any wound you have ever carried. Each time you feel weary, heavy, or confused, without knowing why, it is a sign that the spiritual realm is shifting. For whenever I prepare to lift you to a higher level, darkness will always try to pull you down to stop what I am about to do. Do not be afraid, my child. This battle is not meant to destroy you, but to prove the strength of your faith. In the midst of unseen attacks, I am training you to fight with spiritual weapons, not with complaint, but with prayer, not with fear, but with rest in me. You are not fighting alone. My angels surround you, and my spirit bears witness within you that victory already belongs to me. As you walk through this battle, the sign that you are winning is not that life becomes easy, but that you carry supernatural peace amid the storm. That peace does not come from circumstances, but from my presence. You will know I am working when your soul is calm, though the winds rage. When reason tells you to fear, but your heart remains strangely still, that is my sign. That peace is the seal that you are in the center of my will, and no power of darkness can invade that place. And after every spiritual battle, you will see blessings and transformation overflow like a river breaking its banks. You will realize I never allow you to endure a trial without reward. The blessing is not merely in what you gain, but in who you become. Your mind renewed your faith, strengthened your heart, expanded to love your spirit, refined like gold, purified through fire. You will see that what darkness meant to destroy you, I have turned into the very material from which I shape your new spiritual being. My beloved child, transformation after trial is the proof of victory. When you no longer react as you once did, when you choose forgiveness over bitterness, prayer over complaint seeking, me over running away, that is the mark of a restored soul. I do not only want you to get through trials, I want you to be transformed through them. For no trial is random, it is my hand sculpting you to reflect my image. In this invisible battle, do not seek feelings to know I am near. Look instead for the fruit of peace and inner renewal. When your soul is still amid the storm, that is victory. When you can lift your eyes toward me, though everything around you falls apart, that is victory. When you are no longer led by fear, but by faith, that is victory. And I promise you this, after every battle, a new blessing will come. For I am the Lord who wastes no tear of yours. Every tear shed in faith becomes a seed in the garden of blessing. Every pain endured in faithfulness will become your crown in the coming season. I will turn every hurt you have suffered into a testimony of my transforming power. So, my child, when you feel weary, remember, you are not failing, you are being refined. When you feel silence, remember I am intervening. When everything seems to crumble, remember I am rebuilding. Darkness is only a temporary veil before my glory is revealed. You will look back and see that every storm, every tear, every long night has led you deeper into my love and understanding. Stand firm. This invisible battle is not to make you fear, but to show you my power, supernatural peace, will be your armor, faith your sword, and my love your shield. When you walk through the fire, you will not be burned. When you pass through the waters, you will not be swept away. For I, the one who has overcome the world, am living within you. My beloved child, now that the storm has passed as the supernatural peace returns, and your soul has been refined through the fire of trial, open your eyes and behold, a new season is dawning, and with it comes a new mission that I have prepared for you since the foundation of the world. Do not think that this is the end of a chapter, for in truth it is only the beginning of a greater journey that I am leading you into. Everything you have endured, the long nights of prayer, the silent battles, the tears and groanings, none of it has been in vain. They were the groundwork for the new phase ahead, where you will not merely live to survive, but live to fulfill the divine calling I have placed deep within your soul. The new season is not merely a change of circumstances, it is a divine transfer in the realm of the Spirit. The old ways can no longer contain what I am about to do. Old mindsets, old reactions, old relationships, old habits, all must give way to what is heavenly. For I cannot pour new wine into old wineskins. I cannot reveal new blueprints to a heart still clinging to what has passed. You have gone through the season of refinement not to return to where you once were, but to be prepared for what is greater things the eye has not seen, the ear has not heard, and the human heart has not yet imagined. My child, your new mission does not begin with recognition but with obedience. I do not ask you for perfection, I ask for willingness. For when you are willing, I will do the rest. I will open doors you cannot open, grant you strength you cannot produce and place my word in your mouth as fire that consumes the darkness. You do not need to see the full map ahead. You only need to walk step by step in the light I give. Each step you take in faith will become the foundation for the greatness I will reveal. This new season is not a reward, but a commissioning. I am entrusting you with the sacred task of carrying light where darkness still reigns, bringing hope to weary souls and bearing my love to those who have forgotten they are loved. You will not merely speak of me, you will reflect me through every action, every word, every breath of your being. As you walk, others will feel the breath of heaven surrounding you. My beloved child, this is the moment of divine transfer. What I once did in you will now flow through you. I have healed you so that you may become an instrument of healing. I have taught you to believe so that you may teach others to believe. I have raised you after your fall so that you may lift others from the pit. I have poured peace into your heart, not for you to keep it, but to carry it into desolate places. I have ignited the fire of the Spirit in your heart, not to warm you alone, but to set a generation ablaze. Do not think you are too small for the greatness I have ordained. Every great mission begins with a small yes. Every miracle begins with one act of surrender. Every glorious work begins with hearts willing to obey. Simply remain faithful in prayer, in love and perseverance. For it is in the small acts of faithfulness that I am accomplishing great and unseen things. I will take you to new territories, not merely physical but spiritual heights, where you will see my power move through you, where you will hear my voice more clearly, where you will walk no longer by emotion but by the Spirit. This new season will demand more of you, but it will also give more. It will pull you out of comfort but open doors you never dreamed possible. Remember, this is not the destination, it is the beginning. The turning point you have just lived through is but the first step in a larger journey, the journey of a child sent forth anointed and authorized to reveal the glory of the one who called you out of darkness. I will expand your influence, not to exalt you, but that my name may be glorified through you. Therefore, my child, be watchful and ready. The new season has begun. The fields are white for harvest. The trumpet of heaven is sounding, calling the children of light to take their place. This is your hour. Do not delay. Do not look back. Do not doubt. Step forward in faith, for I go before you. And as you walk, the ground will tremble, the heavens will open, and all of heaven will bear witness. This is my beloved child, chosen for the new season and the new mission. My beloved one, as you close this page of your journey, do not see it as an ending, but as the first breath of a new beginning. The former season has fulfilled its purpose. Now it is time to step into the new one I have prepared for you. Walk not with fear, but with gratitude. Not in your own strength, but in the power of my Spirit. Everything I have taught you, every trial you have endured now becomes the armor that equips you for the path ahead. Never forget, you do not walk alone. I go before you, I am with you, and I will work through you. Each act of obedience will open a gate of heaven. Each word spoken in faith will shake the darkness. Keep your heart humble, your eyes lifted, and your soul ready, for the greater journey begins now. The new season has come, and I am waiting for you to step into it. Thank you for listening to this message. Remember, you are not merely an audience. You are chosen to live daily in the presence of God's Word. Do not forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that you never miss any of these sacred messages. Amen.